Welcome to Chair Yoga. We'll be doing 20 minutes today. So get a chair, preferably one without arms, and let's get started. So have both feet flat on the floor. I have to scoot up a bit to do so. And we'll start out by trying to get a little centered, taking a moment to take a break from school or work or kids. And hands on the thighs, either palms up or palms down. And let's close the eyes and take a few deep breaths. Stretching the spine on the inhale. And on the inhale, let the shoulders get heavy. Relax the throat. Relax your jaw, maybe wiggle it out a little. You've got 20 minutes for yourself today for yoga. So try to let the rest of the world stand by for 20 minutes. A few more breaths. And as we go throughout the class today, modify as needed. If you have knee issues or back issues or shoulder issues, just take it easy, okay? Have some fun. Now float the eyes open, and we'll do some neck circles. Nice, easy circles. Maybe you'll hear some popping and crackling in your neck. And then we'll reverse the direction. Waking up the neck. Now let's place the palms together in front of the heart and interlace the fingers and do some wrist circles. Or figure eights, whatever works. Okay, let's just circle the shoulders now. Forward and back. Again, I always hear lots of popping and crackling when I move my shoulders around. Now let's inhale the arms up. And on an exhale, bring the arms to what we call cactus arms. So the elbows are reaching back. They'll be even maybe a little bit behind your shoulders. And you'll arch the spine just a bit. Inhale back up. We'll do this a few times. Exhale, cactus arms. The gaze is up, the heart is lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time, let the palms touch, and exhale, let the elbows drop. Good, getting the shoulders warmed up here. Now from here we'll do a little cat-cow. So again, the hands go on the knees. I'll go sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Feet are flat on the floor. And on the inhale, we lift the heart, lift the gaze, and do a little bit of a back bend. And on the exhale, we round the spine and drop the head. So we're linking breath to movement. That's what we do in yoga. Linking the breath and the body. Waking up the spine here. Again, take it easy if you have any back issues. Just work within your range of motion. Inhale, exhale, one more time. Inhale, and exhale. Okay. So now we'll do some twists. We'll be doing lots of twists today. They're good for your internal organs. It's good for all sorts of stuff. So, on an inhale, let's raise the arms. And on an exhale, twist to your left. I'll be mirroring, so whatever works for you. So you've got your right hand on your left knee, your left hand behind you, holding onto the chair. And on the inhale, we stretch the spine. Crown of the head's reaching towards the sky. And on the exhale, maybe deepen the twist just a bit. We're gazing over the back shoulder, the left shoulder. Few breaths here. Again, with each breath, the inhale, you're lifting the spine, and on the exhale, maybe you're deepening the twist just a little bit. Now we're going to inhale to center, arms up overhead. We'll go to the other side. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand on right knee, right hand behind you, gaze is over the right shoulder. And even though these movements might be very subtle, we're stretching the spine on the inhale, and we're maybe deepening the twist just a little bit on the exhale, using your hands to help you deepen the twist. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to inhale to center, exhale, twist. This time, let's gaze the other way towards the camera or over your right shoulder, just to get a little different feeling. See if this feels any different. Making it a little bit difficult to breathe, but it's good exercise for your diaphragm. And smile. One last time, inhale back to center, exhale, twist. Again, the gaze is towards the camera, over the left shoulder. See if it feels any different from the other side. That's also what we do in yoga. We notice. No judgment, just notice how your body's feeling. Get in tune with it. And we'll inhale to center. Exhale, let the elbows drop. Okay, so from here we're going to do what's called Gomukhasana. More shoulders. All right, so on the inhale, you can inhale both arms up and let one arm bend. I'm bending the right, you might bend the left. And so your hand is between the shoulder blades, and you can maybe help it out a bit with the right hand. And we're sitting up straight still. You don't let the head fall forward. If this might be challenging to you, so modify. Now let the right arm go out, stretch straight out, and flip the palm to face behind you. And then we're going to bend that arm. Maybe the fingers will touch behind you, like this. Maybe they won't. So give it a shot. Don't push your body too hard. We're trying to push the elbows behind you. The head straight up, front of the head's reaching towards the sky. This is very challenging, so don't be judgmental if you can't do it. I can't do this on the other side. Couple breaths. We want to keep breathing throughout all these poses. Things get challenging and we tend to stop breathing, so we don't want to do that. Now on an exhale, slowly unwind. And let's shake out the shoulders. Do the other side now, okay? Very challenging on the shoulders. So be careful. We're going to inhale the arms up, do the other side. Bend one arm. Maybe help it reach between the shoulder blades with the opposite hand. Then we reach the left arm out and flip the palm so it's facing behind you, facing to the back of the room. And then bend that arm. Again, in this one, my hands do not reach. They're not anywhere near each other. You can maybe grab onto your shirt if you need to try to help get a little bit of extra space there in the shoulders. A few breaths here, in and out, nice and slow. Notice if your head is reaching forward because your arm is pushing on it. Try to push your head into your forearm there and keep the head up straight. And on the exhale, we'll slowly unwind. Shake it out. Nice work. Shoulders should be nice and warm now, right? All right, so from here, let's take the knee into the chest. For mirroring, this is your left. Clasp the hands around the shin. And just see if you can sit up nice and tall and bring the knee towards the chest. Couple of breaths here. Sit bones are evenly weighted on the chair. And from here, let's take the foot, cross the ankle over the knee, open up the hip. And if it feels okay on the exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips to wherever you are comfortable. Maybe this is as far as you get. It's okay. If you're more flexible, keep going on the exhale. Steady yourself with your hands. If it's comfortable, you can reach the hands through to the shins and keep breathing. You might get a little bit deeper into the hinge on the exhales. Use your breath. Couple more breaths here. And on the inhale, we'll slowly rise back up. Switch out the legs. Inhale, take the right knee into the chest, clasp the hands around the shins, flex the foot. And again, notice, is this side any different? Maybe it is. Maybe you need to clasp the hands behind the thigh. Maybe your knee doesn't get that high. That's fine. Work within your range of motion. Nobody's watching. It's all good. Couple breaths here. Again, your sit bones are evenly weighted on the chair. And from here, let's take hold of the foot. Cross ankle over knee. And if it feels okay, we're going to hinge at the hips on the exhale. Inhale, lift the rib cage. Exhale, hinge forward to wherever is your peak. A little bit of discomfort is okay, but no pain, okay? And again, notice this side is very different for me. Maybe you reach through and clasp the hands around the shin. Maybe you don't. Just keep breathing. See if you can get a tiny bit deeper on the exhale. Release into the pose. Another breath here. And on an inhale, let's walk, lift, hinge back up. Uncross the legs. Nice work. Let's shake it out. Shake out the ankles. All right, so now we're going to stand. Yes, we do stand in chair yoga. We sit enough, right? So I'm turning the chair sideways, but you don't need to. We're just going to do some calf lifts, lifting your heel lifts, and waking up your calves. And then lift the toes, waking up the shins. Just alternate like that. Waking up the legs. We're going to do a balance pose next, a balance challenge. Something to do every day. We can all use balance, right? So this is called tree pose or Vrksasana. So you'll want to stand behind your chair. Maybe you'll turn it like I did. And the leg closest to the chair will be the one we're going to balance on. So put all the weight into your right foot if you're mirroring me. And have your hip just barely touching the chair to help you with balance. Now, we're going to ultimately lift this leg up and balance, right? So get really strong in the standing leg. And on an inhale, raise the left leg up to the shin. Or, in the full expression of the pose, goes all the way up to the thigh. Now if this feels okay, palms together in front of the heart. I'm just barely touching the chair to help me with my balance. Maybe raise the arms overhead. You're really actively pressing the foot into the thigh, and you're actively pressing down the standing leg. So you're root to rise. So you're almost like trying to get a little taller. And we're still breathing. Nice work, you can do it. And on an exhale, we'll release the pose. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Take a second to notice how your body feels after that. Maybe some tingling on the side that was holding all the weight up. So again, let's do this again now. The standing leg, nice and firm into the mat. Maybe you do a little kickstand with the right leg to get your balance. Hips maybe just touching this chair a little bit. If you need to, keep your hand there. It's okay. On an inhale, lift the left leg, left foot into the shin or all the way up into the thigh. If it feels okay, hands to heart center, palms touching. Root to rise, press into the standing leg. See if you can get a little bit taller. You don't want your hip popping out like this. Really focus on pressing into the standing foot. And maybe raise the arms up, grow the branches of the tree. Tree pose. Couple breaths here, you can do it. And exhale, we'll release the pose. Nice work, shake it out. Okay, now we're gonna do warrior. So, on the chair, knee over ankle. Depending on how you're doing it, it'll be the right leg behind you. If you can extend the back leg all the way, but for this purpose, we're going to do just like this. So your leg is straight down, your hips are straight forward. And this is on warrior one, we're going to inhale the arms straight up. Lift the gaze, lift the heart. See if you can push the elbows back towards the ears. Really reach the fingertips towards the sky. Lift the rib cage away from the hips. Warrior one. Couple breaths, you can do it. And we'll move into warrior two. So here, arms are straight out. See if you can keep the arms the same height. So you might be like this or like this. And when we're standing, we often lean a little bit this way. See if you can keep the shoulders over the hips. And you're gazing out over the fingertips. Warrior two. Couple breaths here. This can be challenging in the arms, but you can do it. Couple more breaths. And on an exhale, let's release and slowly bring your leg back up and we'll do the other side. So, I've got my left leg on the chair, right leg is behind me. Ankle aligned with knee, hips forward. Inhale, arms up. Tiny little bit of back bend. Lifting the rib cage away from the hips. Fingertips are reaching for the sky. Couple of breaths here. Actively pressing into the feet. Like you're going to try to stand up. And on an exhale, we move into warrior two. So your hips can open up on this, so they don't have to face forward. Hips can It's not quite like the standing pose, but the arms are like the standing pose. So again, the fingertips are stretching away. See if you can look back at the back arm if it's too high or too low. Try to keep it even with the front arm. Gaze over the front fingertips. Nice work, warrior two. And we're breathing. And on an exhale, release the pose. Bring the back leg back up front. Nice work. We're going to end class with a child's pose. You'll do this in basically every yoga class. So the chair version is, we're going to have a deep forward fold. Legs are either close together, and we hinge forward till we just get heavy, heavy, heavy. Let your upper body just lay on top of the legs, and let your head drop. If you'd like, you can open the legs and hinge forward and let your body get heavy in between the knees. So whichever version is good for you, take a minute here. Let your body get nice and heavy. Notice your breathing. It might be a little bit challenging to breathe, but again, that's good exercise. Couple more breaths, nice and heavy. Nice work today. And on an inhale, slowly rise. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. At the end of class, we say namaste.